Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back into Crypto Mainly. My name's Lee. A little bit sick actually at the moment, guys, so just forgive my voice, sound a bit grouchy. Well, although the market could have made me grouchy, to be fair, it's been tough times of late, as I'm sure you've experienced. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I haven't put a video out for about a week now, and the reason for that is I've just been sitting on my hands and not trading myself personally. Just been watching and observing the market. It got to the point where lots of the bullish patterns of things were breaking bearish to the downside. Just made me feel like the bear market had some legs yet to continue. We are getting we're getting continual sort of bad news and things as well. From the likes of companies like Voyager and things. So first we had Luna, UST, then we had Celsius, then we had Three Arrows, and now we've got Voyager. And the bad news just continued to come. So however, guys, the market is reacting quite nicely now, as it should do. One of all the indicators and things as oversold as they are. So we'll get to that in a minute. But thanks, guys. 298 subscribers. It's a new channel, guys, so that, don't let that put you off. Please do like, subscribe, switch on the bell. If you don't like the content, you could always unsubscribe, of course. So thanks ever so much, guys, for giving me the chance. Okay, guys. So if you pop over onto my link there to OpenSea, I am selling NFTs at the moment currently. Not much sure how much longer I'm going to be selling the NFTs for. Actually, I may put a cap on it in terms of how the total number that I sell. I may even just do from the end of the month, maybe just to suspend the sales of those. Just to keep the members, sort of the elite members that have got the NFT, as feeling like they've got some privilege. But so I may stop that, guys. So please, if you're interested, please do pick one up. Market's taken off now, so it might be an idea to grab one quickly. Do verify my address, guys. You can see that my wallet address is cryptomainly.eth, and you can see that I'm the owner of cryptomainly.eth from the Ethereum naming service there. So that's the way to verify. You can also click on Twitter there, which takes you over to my Twitter account. And please, guys, do follow me on Twitter. I do post some interesting information over on there as well. So at cryptomainly, no dot spaces, letters, or anything like that afterwards. And I do, share some of the wins and successes and some, interesting news articles and things like that. As you can see as we go, some on-chain analysis and all sorts of things in there, as well as some chart setups and interesting information basically. So if you are interested, do pop over and give me a follow on there. So let's jump into the charts. That's what you're here for today. So yeah, I mean, just wanted to talk to you about this really, guys. The reason I'm sitting on my hands, if this is on a 2 hour chart at the moment, but if we look at if we go down to the hourly, you can see good examples of just why I'm sort of sitting on my hands, because we work sort of continuously. This is what I'm talking about when we get clear bottoming patterns like this, where you've got lows and you've got higher lows here. You've got a very clear W in pattern there, which came back down, should retest the neckline, and then be off to the races. Clearly that failed, and the rest is history. Again, same here. You've got a nice, clear pattern there. Came back down to retest the neckline again, failed again, and then off, cascaded down from there. We got to the bottom here. Had another example of a very nice bottoming pattern. I think by this point people had been sort of shaken out by keep entering for these bottoming patterns, and then obviously this one actually worked out. You've got lows there, you got higher lows, came back down, retested the neckline there, and obviously then we got some continuation finally. But yeah, I mean, I've just been, from that, you'll no doubt know that people were looking at this kind of head and shoulders pattern here, an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Once again, we got the breakout. You will notice, guys, that there was actually a reasonable amount of volume here at the point of breakout, but once we'd broken out, you can see on the volume there, it just literally just sort of took a dive there. So the volume sort of died off on the breakout. Hence, we then got an inverse head and shoulders pattern forming. We got a breakdown from the inverse head and shoulders pattern, which also did actually look like it was just a retest of this neckline here. It did retest nicely and got the breakout. Actually broke back above the neckline here, and I think in my last video we were watching to make sure that neckline held. That was what we wanted to see there. So we were watching once we'd broken above there for that neckline to hold there. but of course, it didn't hold, as we can see. So, yet again, just weakness in the market, really, guys. It just got to the point where, it broke out, looked like it was holding, then it just rolled over, came down, bounced along support for a while, eventually broke down, then came up and was sort of broke out, broke back down again, was bouncing along underneath the resistance then. I mean, talk about chop, just impossible trading, basically. So, the group and I haven't been trading throughout all of this because of the way that it's been chopping around. And even to the point where even now, you get this type of thing where, you get a huge pump and then just an immediate sell off again. Not very much structure throughout this area here. Not very much to go on there again. So, it's a case of it's very difficult to sit on your hands at times, guys. I find it very difficult. And I'm actually, because we got so far down here and things were looking like they were going to roll over yet again, and we were still getting negative moves, I actually moved to a cash position across the board. In hindsight, perhaps that was a mistake. We've got a nice move here. This is around the sort of 20%, I believe, from the bottom there. So, again, I mean, you can only go by what you see on the charts, basically. And we've got this breakout, we got a rising wedge formation which looked like it was going to roll over again. If we look at this overall formation, this is what we were looking at. Again, we were not trading this in the group, guys, so don't get me wrong. It's not that I was sharing sort of trades that people were losing money on. Everybody in the group knew what I was doing, which was sitting on the sidelines and just watching. I was expecting something like this to play out, where we got like an inverse cup and handle. As you can see, we got the nice cup formation. We started to get the handle, and again, if you look at this from a technical perspective, this looks again like you've got this, a rising wedge formation here. Pretty badly drawn, but you get the idea, guys. We're looking at a rising wedge formation there, which again, when we were here, was looking like we were going to reject from this level again, and then get the rolling over, and obviously then get measured moves to the downside. But again, it didn't happen. So now, what you notice, guys, is on the way down, we were getting bullish patterns of breaking bearish. Now we've got bearish patterns forming, which are breaking bullish. So it could be that that's a turnaround point. But I'm not so sure at the moment, guys. I'm just going to keep just keep observing. You can see now that the indicators now are suggesting that there's going to be a move back down, to the downside here now. At the mid of the range actually is the neckline, more or less, which is at around sort of 20,500 to 21,000. So around about in fact, 20,500 to 21,000, I would say, is the neckline area of this region here. We don't really want to see prices breaking that back down below there. If we do, then we're likely to see the lows of the range again, back down. So if I show you this chart here that we've been looking at for a long time now, um, this is a weekly chart on a log scale, guys. You all know my thoughts on this. So this trend line actually goes back all the way back to the low here, in August 2015. So this trend line here is actually still holding. We haven't quite made it down to that 14,000 area yet. It does look like we are starting to get some support and bouncing, so which is promising. If we zoom in on the daily, you'll see that I've marked some key levels and things on the side there. So you've got range high here at 23,000, 23,300, should we say? Then you've got the candle body close highs here, 22,560. You've got the recent local high here at 21,481. We are above the close there. From a like technical perspective, as we stand now, you'll see that we are at 21,551, and this sort of range high here in the middle there is 21,481. But I do suspect, guys, that we're going to get the rolling over again. Not a horrendous one. It's going to be quite healthy, I think, but I think we're going to come back down, and we're going to get something like this, and we say we'll sort of stay in this range for a while. You'll also notice, if we go on the 200, if we go on the weekly here, and I add the 200 moving average back on, you'll see that the 200 weekly moving average is the yellow price there, the orange price, 22,561. So we're about $1,000 below the the 200 simple moving average at the moment. Sorry, excuse me. So yeah, it would make sense actually that we stay this sort of shelf of support here is the previous all-time high. So going back to 2000 and December 2017, the 19,800 to where the candle body closes. That's what this shelf is here. And as you can see, we bounced quite nicely from that, and it does look like it's possible that might be the shelf of support that holds. And it's possible, as I say, that we come back down to the lows of this range. So the lows of this range, incidentally, if we, we're looking at, so the top part of the shelf, for example, is about 19,800 roughly, and I wouldn't be surprised if we come back down here, retest that 20k mark, come back up, and sort of bounce along for a little while. I mean, sideways action from Bitcoin is quite nice for the alts, so we might get, a nice, some nice action over the next sort of coming weeks. So my advice, I'm not a financial advisor, so this is not financial advice, guys. But I'm sharing what I can see happening, and that is I'll be keeping an eye on Bitcoin and watching for the corrective moves back to the downside, and then taking entries from the bounce points is my intention. But as I say, at the moment, currently, I am sitting out and just observing what happens next for now. So if you'd like to, further updates, if you do join the Telegram group, I give daily updates in the Telegram group. You can do that either by purchasing an NFT, or you can actually, it's $100 a month if you'd like to subscribe monthly. So do come. There's a link in the description below to our public Telegram group. You can always come and join us in there. You can direct message me from the Telegram group. The public one is free of charge, guys. So do come along and join in. I do try to make it enjoyable. It's not just a shill group where I just shill everything, just to irritate everybody by showing everybody the winning trades and things. I do try to keep it interesting, and do try to share a lot of sort of information in there free of charge. That's useful and interesting for the guys that are taking the time to be part of the group. So do come along and join us, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Take care, guys.